Hi guys, and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. My name's Hayley. This is what we eat in a week. Now this was a gusto meal and I have recorded all of it so that you can have a go. But this is sticky black pepper steak with pak choy and enoki mushrooms. And this was rather nice. And that's coming from me who doesn't like steak. I think because it was tender I didn't mind it so much. That was not my plate, that was a little too raw. This was another gusto. This was Indonesian style chicken and mushroom rice with satay sauce. This was hot. Hot. I couldn't feel my mouth after eating this one. This one I've recorded as well. So any heat freaks out there who love really hot food, yeah, this one will be good for you. That was really hot. This one had a lot of the same spices in, so I'll let Steve have this one on his own. I was too scared. This was a gusto one as well. This is the Serbian style cevapi pitas with kaimak cheese and chips. Well, he's got two pitas, so I'm doing the chips. But this is how they turned out. There's plenty of meat, look, for two pitas. But no, I've recorded this one as well, but the amount of heat that went into this one, I'm a wimp. What can I say, guys? I'm a total blooming wimp. There was no way I was going to try eating that after the last one, but Steve says they're beautiful. So yeah, that was another gusto one. I've recorded that one as well. So instead of having a jacket potato, we ended up with pizza this night because Steve wanted to use his new toy again. So yeah, that was pineapple, which is wrong. You should never put fruit on a pizza, but he don't listen, and Caitlin loves it. This is another recorded meal. This is rolled pork katsu and cheese with tonkatsu sauce with baked rice. Although I didn't do baked rice, I cheated and used a packet for the microwave. But yeah, that's the katsu look. And we have done a video on that for you. And that's the tonkatsu sauce on top. It's fruit and vegetable flavoured sauce. I'm awful with sauces, but this was so nice. I was really surprised. There's me not getting the camera to focus because I'll shove it in the camera's face. So this is Sunday. Here's me trying to take the skin off these, and it wasn't even necessary because look, as you can see, I couldn't even take it off. Give up. Just gave up and shoved it in. You couldn't even taste the skin. You didn't even know it was there. It just melted. So yeah, I got fed up with that. Now I put a poll out for which pudding to do, and the winners was like cheesecake and crumble. Could I find any apples? Seriously, guys. Last week it was parsnips. Couldn't find any apples, so I couldn't do the crumble. And then soft cheese, well, I didn't realise I didn't have enough, so that was my own fault. So I ended up doing two different ones, which I'll show you here. So that was a blooming waste of time. There's my delicate handling of the stuffing with the pork and apple sausages in it. So there's two pots here. One will go into the freezer for next time we have pork. So this is the proper way to do it. This is the delicate way to do it, to make it look all gorgeous and pretty. Bang it in. I don't know about anyone else in their own kitchen, but... And do you know, this entire Sunday dinner, for the last, since... We're now on Monday and I'm recording this voiceover, so this is the Sunday dinner you're watching from yesterday. We've had no hot water. No hot water since... And no heating, but obviously that don't matter at the minute. But no hot water since Thursday. The boiler decided to break. And I'm doing all this. And I haven't got a kettle to fill my bowl up in the sink. I've got one of them 1 cups. Seriously, guys, I'm using a 1 cup to fill my bowl. in the sink to wash every single piece of pot I've got. That's during the prep and after I've had dinner. So I think I need a bleeding medal after this. Anyway, so yeah, we've got some tender stem because it was on offer. The parsnips will be roasted. But yeah, I forgot what you call these. Are these broad beans? I can't remember. But yeah, them as well. Disgusted. I don't eat them. Steve got them off his friend, I think. I don't know. They come from somewhere. I didn't buy them. I think Steve got them from his friend. You know, I think I'm getting bummed up. Oh, for God's sakes. Never ends, does it? So, we've done them disgusting beans. Now we're on the carrots. I like to say, in case there's any new viewers, I use steamer pots. So I do prep all my vegetables and then wash them while they're in the pots, because there is obviously holes at the bottom of them pots that the water can run out of. So that's usually what I do. There's me tearing into a sweetheart cabbage or whatever cabbage it was. And this was me being tight because I refused to pay £1. It was £1 for a white cabbage. Really? £1? I'm not paying it. I got the cheap one. I actually don't mind this one. I'm getting bummed up. Ah. Woe is me, eh? So, yeah, there's the cabbage. So what's next? Oh, so this will be roasters because I've got the pan there waiting, look, with the parsnips in. You can always tell which potatoes I'm doing by the way I cut them. Look at the potatoes in the pan and the one I'm cutting. You notice that they've got a really long flat edge on them. That is usually my roast potatoes. Now I'm doing homemade this week. Yorkshire puddings. Come on guys. Give me a round of applause. I've got no hot water here, guys. I have to wait 10 minutes to fill my bowl before I can wash everything up. It's crazy. So I'm making the Yorkshires. Now if I don't get my boiler sorted out this week, I'm moving out. Luckily I've got an electric shower, so we don't all stink. So this is my mix. I've already done Yorkshires as a recipe if anybody wants that. You'll find it in the playlist. The recipe's on there and it'll give you 12 of the big, well I say big, the muffin sized ones. Always, when you mix it, always let it rest. You see my pan's there, it's not gone into the oven yet. Just showing you that that's what I've done. Now what am I doing? Oh, I'm on puddings. What am I doing here? Oh, so I did a caramel pudding with a Biscoff topping. I had to think quick, guys. I thought I was doing 2 other puddings and it turns out I didn't have the bloom stuff for it. And I've got taters at the side there, at the far left, waiting just to be covered for the roasters. Ugh. I was exhausted last night. I think for about 8:30 I started falling asleep. I thought it though. I was still awake at 11:30. I know that for a fact. Oh, my nose. So there's the biscuits. I'm gonna give them a slap. Just crush them up. The recipe is also available in the puddings for the caramel tarts. All I did was change the topping. And I didn't weigh anything out for the topping. I just melted a load of Biscoff and poured it on top. That was it. It's not science. It's easy. Although saying that, I didn't add enough butter to these. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm aware that them potatoes are cooling down next to me. And I don't want them to get too cool. Because then the frosting, because I'm like bumming roasted cupcakes. The coating doesn't stick properly if it goes cold. So I'm trying to get this done. This was the first pudding, and anyway I had to do this one first. See, I should have spent more time. There's the caramel done, look. I should have spent more time really pressing that down because the base wasn't as stuck together as I would have liked. There's the Yorkers out of the oven up there, look. It was straight into my mouth. And all I did here was pour this on. I did this one first because I knew it had to set up, ready for tea. And it's not difficult, I just melted a load of Biscoff and just threw it on top. And that melted Biscoff that was left over, trust me, it didn't go to waste. Amy walked in, saw it, was like, Mom. So that went into the fridge. So I'm doing a pineapple upside down. I had to think quick, so I'm taking the juice out of the pineapples. Oh dear, excuse me, my nose. Couple of eggs. As you can see, we've got that pork to the right. So we've got some vanilla. This, I'm not telling you the weights because this pudding as well, baking powder, is in the pudding section. Self-raising flour. See, I bought that boneless pork leg joint because of the crackling for Steve and his dad. There was not much crackling on that at all. Caster sugar going in. Yeah, so I was quite disappointed with that. It looks like there's loads on it, but there actually isn't. But the meat itself was really, really nice, I have got to say. For someone that doesn't like to buy leg or shoulder. And then put some butter, margarine in. So this is the actual cake itself. You basically just throw it all in. I'm just bursting the eggs. If I stick my whisk in, then all that margarine, or butter, whatever you want to call it, is going to get stuck inside the whisk because it's in chunks. So I'm just breaking it down with a spoon, and then I'm going with a whisk to make it smooth. And this is just going to sit to the side until I need it to go into the oven. Yeah, look, I'm switching over. And now I'm not getting them chunks of butter just stuck in the whisk. And that's the cake topping. The actual cake itself. So now I just need to do the syrup and butter that goes on the bottom of the pan, so that when you turn it over, that's what's coating the pieces of pineapple. I'm not using rings of pineapple with the cherries in them. Oh, that's so 70s. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use some butter, some brown sugar. Mix it up. And that, along with the pieces of pineapple chunks, will go on the bottom of that pan. I think I swapped the pan actually. Yeah. There we go. Swapping the old pan for a smaller one, and then I think to myself, ooh, that's got sugar in, shall I put a liner on there? So all I'm going to do is pop that butter and sugar onto there. These puddings are not difficult to make. They literally took 5 minutes each. I think there's one portion of the pineapple one left, and a bit more of the caramel, obviously, because that's quite sickly, which is lovely. That's my type of cake. And I use this entire tin. If you can have pineapple, put pineapple in. Don't just put a couple of bits in. Anyway, dustbin was going around for tea, so I had to make sure there was plenty of pineapple. And I dropped one log inside the batter, but I'm just showing you that there it is when it came out. When it was cooked. It took about 40 minutes in the oven. And there's dinner. That's me rushing. I want to get me dinner, look. My crispy roast potatoes. And that stuffing with them pork sausages in. Ugh. And that was the caramel and Biscoff one. Yeah. So for this week, we're going to have pistachio cranberry rice with ribs today. Tomorrow we've got lasagna, wedges and garlic bread. Wednesday will be chicken and chorizo tray bake with veg and potatoes. Speedy sausage, leek and egg hash. Friday, fish chips and mushy peas. I put all pizza, but we had pizza last week, so no. Risotto, which will be crab and prawn, or we'll have a paella. Seems I bought paella rice. Somebody in the live chat gave me that idea. Shepherd's pie with mini roast. It won't be pineapple upside down because I wrote this before that, so I'll think of another pudding by then. So that is what we've got planned for this week. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you down in the comments. Bye.